cuties, new hair, who dis? Today yet again we're gonna have a very questionable lightning conditions, so if it fluctuates I'm sorry in advance, but we're gonna be looking at somebody brand new to our channel, but it's kind of a part of the plan. I've been listening to I-DLE for some time now and I've been incredibly growing up on them. Like Tomboy is on my almost daily playlist currently. So I also decided I'm gonna do a reaction to Tomboy live, which is gonna come out very soon after this video. But since we've already reacted to Mini, today I decided to react to the new song from MIYEON. But again, needless to say, please go and support her release. The original video is gonna be linked down in the description. And since I said I'm gonna be reacting to Tomboy live singing very soon, I will also be uploading Dum-Dee live performance on my Patreon, so my reaction to that. So if you want to support me in my work and support this channel in basically existing, because this is helping me to create more videos and videos of higher quality for you, then definitely go check my Patreon. It's gonna be linked down in the description. Also, please don't forget, if you've ever wanted to work with me on your voice or you would like to start to sing, then head down in the description. There's also gonna be a link to my page where you're gonna find all the information about my singing lessons. So come and join us. We're gonna be waiting for you. And now, without any further ado, MIYEON and her Drive. Look how tiny her waist is. This is incredible. Such a cutie. So I've seen a tiny bit of the, of the interview before her performance, and the moment it was getting closer to performance, she was getting so nervous, and you can tell that she is very nervous. It's not like nervous that, hey, I'm not prepared. It's kind of the nervous that I've been working on this for so long, and I just, especially when you're working on something for so long, and they do work on their solos really hard. And it's finally the time to present. It has to be very nerve-wracking. So she's doing a little bit of those gestures to calm herself down, but she's professional. It's not really showing on her voice. The only way I can see it is on her stance, on her movement, and you can just genuinely see that a person is slightly anxious, but it's not written all over her voice, which a lot of other singers would have very shaky voice. Alright, so I always thought that her voice is like a perfect marriage between Taeyeon and Jisoo from Blackpink. The tone quality is right there in between, and it's so gorgeous. Her voice is very grounded. It's not a very metallic and bright voice, which is adding to the roundness and the warmth of her voice. She has a quite high placement, so it is in a little bit of that nasal area. Thanks to her, the warmth in her voice is not just so pronounced. I really liked this little switch that she made from the top of her head voice and then back in her natural. So from the up and then to the natural. There's a lot of climbs down, which she has very obviously nailed down. Like there is no very harsh switch. Sometimes reconnecting, going from the upper registers, going back to natural, reconnecting can be very difficult for a lot of people, but she obviously has no issues with that because it's actually used as kind of main trope musically in the song so far. I know that she's not singing this, but but you can feel how much to the back she's setting. I think from the entire song, that's the most nasally sounding part, I would say. And it still doesn't bother me because it's creating an interesting timbre in the main part of the song. So in the chorus. She has a little bit of a vibrato in her voice, which I think fits to these type of voices perfectly. It's so pretty. It's not too heavy that it would be slowing her down. It's just precisely as much as we need for shorter tones because there's nothing too dragged over there. So the tones are pretty much finished, but they are not dragged so long. That would be very dragged long tone. But this song is pretty upbeat, so the finish is just a little bit tiny, but it's very pretty aesthetically there. She weighted that down a little bit. You could hear how she scooped into that chest voice over there because she was coming from a quite higher placement there. So the first time she was switching from the head voice, right now she's pretty much staying in her natural and in her mix a little bit. Such a bop. She's one of those singers, very similar to Taeyeon, where the differences in the switches from one register to another, from her natural to her mix to her head, are so seamless, and it's a very typical technique for these type of singers to completely erase any audible switches from different registers and on the way up and on the way down. It feels seamless and it feels like their range is insane, which it also is, but you cannot really tell where the natural is ending, where's the mix coming into the mix. Basically, it's a very difficult technique. I'm teaching it as well with my students, but it's really hard to do, and she's doing it so well. It's really pleasant to listen to. Lightly. More. See, when she went into just clear mix, nothing else, that was not a lot of vibrato. It would be nice if she would drop it slightly lower, so she could have a little bit of that hint from, from the chest and get a tiny bit of vibrato there. It would have kind of make that upper tone way more rounded and a little bit fuller. But it was pretty tone. It was very high, but it was nicely set in her mix, so well done. So I think her choice of not actually giving a little bit more substance into the previous tone was that she was actually going back up. It would create a little bit of the contrast that would probably not be fitting there very nicely. Now it's a little bit more coherent, so I see why she chose to go that way. So catchy. The main chorus is super catchy. Good job! I'm super happy that we've got this live performance, because when I saw the live clips, they were slightly more focused on the choreo than on the singing itself. And I was like, no, I really want to hear her sing like in the natural habitat, just with not too much movement, focus on the vocals. So when I saw this radio performance, I was like, hell yeah, because I want to hear this. And I think she's a singer that can handle lives with no issues. And she is very vocally well set. She has all the tools that she needs to be a very good vocalist, and she proved it on live performance, which I think is great. I think the song is soft, and since her voice is not the lightest and like super light and very airy and very girly, it actually has quite a lot of substance. It has a lot of warmth. So the result is that if you put it in a very upbeat, happy, little girly song, it doesn't come out too girly or too baby-like. It still had a lot of feminine essence. She did not go for a lot of belts. Actually, most of the higher tones are in her mix, so that's why they are not so heavy. They sound and feel very, very lightweight and slightly thinner, but in her tone quality, it sounds very nice. Also, I don't think this is a song composed for a long, heavy belt either. That would kind of hinder the tempo and upbeat feeling of that song if we would have like a very long dragged tones, even if it would be belts. So I think this was a great idea. Upbeat, fun, happy, but a lot of showcasing of a pretty tone quality, and really nice access to her mix that sounds very good, because her tone is just so warm, so it doesn't go into that very metallic, very piercing quality when she's singing super high. So overall, I enjoyed this so far. I really liked Minnie. Minnie is slightly different singer. I like them both. I cannot wait to discover more of the members from I-DLE. I mean, I do have a little bias, I'm not gonna lie. Soyeon is just my absolute complete bias recently. But so let me know if there are more live performances that you would like me to react to. I was actually eyeing the I Don't Love You from the sketchbook, and also of course Tomboy live performance. So I'm super excited. If you have any other kind of recommendations, let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see me reacting to Dumby Dumby, it's gonna be in my Patreon, which is gonna be linked down in the description and in the pinned comment. So come and join us, support the channel. I will really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, I hope I persuaded you to click that subscribe button. And here's the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here is the rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.